Hello and welcome on House News. In this episode, we'll present you the latest information coming from the House of Representatives of Indonesia. And now, let's see the headlines for today. Lawmakers from across Islamic countries concluded the 19th conference of PUIC by adopting Jakarta Declaration urging the Gaza ceasefire and renewed support for a two-state solution. The 19th conference of PUIC officially adopted the Jakarta Declaration representing a unified stance by Muslim majority countries against Israel's continued human rights violations in Palestine. The House proposed a special committee focused on addressing challenges faced by Muslim minority communities around the world. President Prabowo Subianto decided to remove import quotas in Indonesia in response to the import tariffs imposed by U.S. President Donald Trump. The Ministry of Tourism implements the Clean Tourism Movement program in 8 pilot destinations to improve the quality and attractiveness of domestic tourism. Speaker of the Indonesian House officially closed the 19th conference of PUIC with adoption of the Jakarta Declaration, delivering a strong message of support for Palestinian independence.
The 19th session of the Parliamentary Union of the OIC member states was attended by 9 parliamentary speakers, 14 deputy speakers, and 19 international organizations as observers representing 38 countries. Speaker of the House Dr. Honoris Causa Puan Maharani stated, bilateral meetings were also held during the conference with various OIC member countries to affirm concrete cooperation between parliaments and nations. The conference produced Jakarta Declaration, a form of support for peace efforts, diplomacy, and reconciliation in addressing regional conflicts among OIC members.
Deklarasi Jakarta mendukung segala upaya perdamaian, diplomasi, dan rekonsiliasi dalam penyelesaian konflik regional yang menyangkut negara anggota PUIC. Kami juga negara-negara PUIC menyepakati agar solusi dua negara antara Palestina dan Israel bisa segera diselesaikan.
Meanwhile, Chairperson of BKSAP of the House Mardani Alisera mentioned the Jakarta Declaration consists of 17 points of recommendations, including calls for a ceasefire, unblocking humanitarian aid to Palestine, and demanding the release of Palestinian detainees.
Ada 17 rekomendasi. Yang pertama tentu Palestina. Semua sepakat Palestina harus merdeka. Yang kedua, semua sepakat gencatan senjata dan pembukaan blokade wajib segera dilaksanakan dan meminta semua anggota PUIC bekerja melalui berbagai jalur yang ada. Yang ketiga, meminta pembebasan tahanan Palestina oleh Zionis Israel.
Samuel and Angga, tvrparlemen, report.
The 19th session of the Parliamentary Union of OIC member states ended in Jakarta with the adoption of the Jakarta Declaration reaffirming global solidarity regarding the conflict in Palestine and focus on economic empowerment and anti-discrimination.
The Jakarta Declaration highlights the importance of implementing strong institutional governance in OIC member countries. The concept of the pillars of resilience is emphasized as a foundation for institutional strengthening and the implementation of good governance. Vice Chairperson of BKSAP of the House Bramantio Suwondo explained the effectiveness of a country's political power can be hindered by weak internal institutions. Therefore, strengthening the political position of PUIC member countries is necessary in promoting humanitarian issues, peace, anti-discrimination, and political issues.
Mencapai peningkatan ekonomi dan kesejahteraan yang lebih tinggi lagi. Dan itu tidak bisa tercapai tanpa namanya good governance, transparansi, anti korupsi, dan juga sistem penguatan institusinya yang kuat. Kita menyikapi adalah kita melakukan preventif ya. Sebagaimana kita ketahui, kita menginginkan suatu kebijakan suatu negara, maupun itu negara muslim ataupun non-muslim, agar menerapkan bahwa kesamaan hak. Bahwa setiap umat manusia terlepas dari agamanya, mereka memiliki hak untuk akses dasar. Kita mendukung agar kebijakan itu tidak rasis, tidak antidiskriminatif, sehingga kita mencapai kestabilan negara dan juga kestabilan region yang lebih baik.
Parliamentary leaders from 38 participating countries also reaffirmed their support for the struggle of the Palestinian people in the Jakarta Declaration and called for a just resolution to the conflict. Adila and Edo TVR Parlemen report.
During the special committee session at the 19th Conference of the Parliamentary Union of the OIC member states, the Indonesian House emphasized the importance of protecting Muslim minority communities in various countries.
Member of BKSAP of the House Muhammad Sohibul Iman proposed a special committee to review and monitor legislation that could potentially discriminate Muslim minorities. He pointed out discrimination does not only come from society but can also be institutionalized through laws and regulations.
Diskriminasi yang dialami oleh kelompok minoritas itu ada dua dimensi. Ya, dimensi pertama yang datang dari masyarakat, diskriminasi yang dilakukan oleh masyarakat. Boleh saya sebut sebagai diskriminasi kultural. Tapi ada juga diskriminasi yang disebabkan karena adanya peraturan perundang-undangan di negara tersebut. Saya sebut sebagai diskriminasi struktural. Nah, saya kira dua hal ini haruslah diperhatikan. Jangan semata-mata kita berbicara diskriminasi kultural, karena kalau itu mungkin sebetulnya dengan memberikan pemahaman kepada masyarakat mungkin akan berkurang. Tapi terhadap terbentuknya undang-undang yang diskriminatif terhadap kelompok minoritas, menurut saya ini harus dicegah jauh-jauh hari. Nah, karena itu saya mengusulkan UIC membuat semacam panitia khusus yang fungsinya adalah memonitor perkembangan perundang-undangan di negara-negara di mana Muslim minoritas berada. Sehingga kita bisa mencegah terbentuknya undang-undang yang diskriminatif. Karena mencegah jauh lebih mungkin dilakukan daripada mengubah kalau itu sudah jadi.
Amandemen
Ya, saya kira itu.
In order to create a life that is safe, peaceful, and free from structural or social pressure from Muslim communities, Sohibul Iman hoped countries where Muslims are minorities can develop more inclusive and supportive system of governance. Samuel and Angga, TVR Parlemen report.
When we return, we'll bring you more on Commission 6 of the House, so stay tuned on House News. Commission 6 of the House urged the government to evaluate the risk of lifting import quotas, as this policy could impact local businesses, potentially leading to job losses and increased unemployment and higher poverty levels.
Member of Commission 6 of the House Darmadi Duryanto warned the government to carefully consider its decisions to make sure lifting import quotas policies intended to address global economic challenges do not have negative consequences for Indonesia. Wrong policy could impact Indonesia's trade relations with import partners. Therefore, Darmadi asked the government to strengthen diplomatic ties with countries that supply various key commodities to Indonesia, such as Australia, a major wheat exporter, and Saudi Arabia, known for its oil exports.
Saya pikir kita nggak bisa langsung geser begitu saja, kita bicarain bilateral baik-baik. Kenapa? Karena saya menghadapi tekanan dari Amerika yang minta mohon pengertiannya, ya kan? Karena kalau ini tidak dipenuhi, misalnya tarif nggak mungkin diturunkan, jutaan orang menganggur. Pengangguran bertambah, kemiskinan bertambah. Kita ngomong kalau misalnya ada yang selama ini kita impor dari China, kemudian kita alihin ke Amerika, misalnya ada ya, kita ngomong sama China, karena kita ekspor paling besar ke sana. Nah, itu maksudnya kita menjaga hubungan baik dengan negara-negara di dunia ini.
Meanwhile, trade tensions between Trump and Xi Jinping have begun to ease as both leaders have agreed to lower import tariffs. U.S. tariffs on Chinese imports dropped from 145% to 30%, while China's tariffs on American imports decreased from 125% to 10%. Adila and Dodi, TVR Parlemen report.
Commission 11 encourages the government to continue maintaining the Quick Response Code Indonesian Standard Service, as it was never designed to compete with Visa and MasterCard.
Chairperson of Commission 11 of the House, Muhammad Misbahun, highlighted the U.S. government's objection to Quick Response Code Indonesian Standard, or CRIS, calling it unfair and does not reflect the true purpose of CRIS as a domestic payment system. CRIS has been used in Indonesia and even being used in several Asian countries. Domestic payment systems such as GPN or National Payment Gateway and Chris have no connection to the United States as they are part of Indonesia's sovereign national payment system.
Gerbang pembayaran nasional, dan kemudian mulai membicarakan kris dan sebagainya. Sistem digital payment di dalam negeri yang tidak ada kaitannya dengan Amerika sama sekali. Tentang bagaimana Amerika itu hegemoninya soal apa? Soal sistem pembayaran dunia menggunakan Swift code dan sebagainya, yang membuat dunia itu digantungkan hanya pada satu cantolan, sistem dolar. Dan kemudian kalau GPN, Gerbang Pembayaran Nasional Payment Gateway namanya, itu kemudian hanya melalui jalur internasional Visa dan Master. Loh, apakah dengan perkembangan teknologi dan sebagainya, kita kemudian tidak boleh mempunyai kedaulatan di dalam sistem pembayaran?
Furthermore, Ms. Bakun emphasized the national digital payment system is not designed as competitor to Visa and MasterCard. This is because Chris is account-based and operates on a debit system, while Visa and MasterCard are credit card-based and operate on a payment lending system. Dodi and Adila, TVR Parlemen, report.
Commission 10 emphasized the importance of the People's Schools program during a hearing meeting with the Working Committee on Education, focusing on efforts to improve access and quality of education in 3T regions as well as marginalized communities.
The People's Schools program carries a major goal of alleviating poverty. This initiative is managed under the Ministry of Social Affairs as part of Indonesia's Social Protection Framework. Member of Commission 10 of the House, Mercy Christy Baran, stated student admissions for the People's School will go through a selection process, including home visits, to verify the students' eligibility. Mercy also encouraged People's Schools be prioritized in remote and outer areas to improve accessibility for children and ease the burden on underprivileged parents.
Sekolah rakyat ini harapan kami ditempatkan itu di wilayah-wilayah periferial. Jangan lagi ditempatkan di pusat kabupaten. Kalau kabupatennya itu ditetapkan sebagai daerah penerima sekolah rakyat, jangan lagi sekolah itu ditempatkan di pusat kabupaten. Karena di pusat-pusat kabupaten layanannya sudah sangat banyak, akses informasi dan sebagainya. Sebaiknya dorong keluar di pinggiran-pinggiran periferial, wilayah-wilayah kepulauan, pulau-pulau yang betul-betul terluar, 3T tertinggal marginal. Sehingga aksesibilitas masyarakat, aksesibilitas anak-anak siswa ini bisa lebih cepat, lebih gampang.
In addition, Mercy demands the Ministry of Social Affairs to collaborate with the Ministry of Education regarding teacher distribution and curriculum development. Support from the Ministry of Public Works is also needed to provide facilities, infrastructures, and dormitories for the People's Schools. Samuel and Ade, TVR Parlemen, report.
When we're back, we have more updates on the environment and tourism, so stay tuned on House News. Labuan Bajo in East Nusa Tenggara launched the Green Tourism Movement as part of a new initiative called Clean Tourism Campaign. This program focuses on to realize high quality and sustainable tourism.
One of the key rules in the campaign is all tourist boats must be free from single-use plastics before they are allowed to sail. If any plastic packaging is found on board, the boat will not be permitted to operate. With this step, the region hopes to preserve its crystal clear waters, scenic islands, and rich underwater coral ecosystems. Labuan Bajo is famous for its breathtaking nature, including the Komodo National Park, which is home to the rare Komodo dragon. The area also offers beautiful beaches and popular diving spots that attract tourists from around the world. The movement isn't just a government initiative, it involves cooperation from various parties, including the local government, harbour authorities, and tourism businesses. All these groups are working together to make sure the rules are followed and the environment is protected. The Clean Tourism Movement was initiated due to the low performance in health and hygiene pillars as measured by the Tourism and Travel Development Index. Currently, the health and hygiene pillars of Indonesian tourist destinations are ranked 89th out of 114 countries. Meanwhile, Indonesia's offer ranking is at the 22nd position in 2024, an increase from the 32nd position in the previous year.
Mount Rinjani National Park in West Nusa Tenggara has been chosen as the pilot location for Zero Waste, Zero Accident policy. This initiative is to promote clean and safe nature tourism by minimizing environmental impact.
The Zero Waste and Zero Accident policy at Mount Rinjani is a pilot program for all national parks across Indonesia. This policy focuses on keeping the park clean and protecting the safety of all climbers visiting the area. Unlike a simple suggestion, this policy is strictly enforced by park officials. They carefully record and monitor every item that climbers bring, including the quantity, type, and packaging. Single-use plastics are completely banned, and all food and beverages must be carried in reusable containers. Climbers must follow the rule to carry out everything they bring in. If they fail to do so, they can be fined up to 5 million rupiah and may be banned from climbing again. Meanwhile, the Zero Accident policy aims to reduce the number of accidents caused by climbers who are unprepared or unaware of the current conditions. To support this, Rinjani Park Management is improving climbing facilities and making sure all dangerous or vulnerable points along the route are clearly marked with warning signs. The Zero Accidents policy is designed to minimize risks commonly faced by unprepared or ill-informed hikers, with the focus on improving safety measures and awareness. Mountain climbing is not an activity that should be undertaken spontaneously or without careful plannings. Mountain climbing requires preparation. You must be physically, mentally, and logistically ready with the right equipment and knowledge.
A global leader in digital travel media and guidebooks has unveiled its list of the 40 most beautiful countries in the world for 2025. The ranking highlights breathtaking landscapes and rich cultures and also iconic destinations.
Exploring the wonders of the world is always an exciting adventure. Every country offers something unique, its own landscape, natural treasures, and atmosphere. Each offers a special charm that's perfect for travelers looking to connect with nature. Latvia, a small country in Northern Europe, is a hidden gem filled with peaceful and stunning scenery. Latvia is a home to thousands of rivers and lakes scattered across its land. One of its most impressive natural sights is the Venta Rapid in Kuldiga, which holds the title of the widest waterfall in Europe. Riga, the capital of Latvia, is already a very popular destination due to its amazing architecture, excellent cuisine, and fascinating museums and art galleries. Set in extensive pine forests and wild natural hills, they offer their visitors a closeness to nature that is hard to find these days. New Zealand is a paradise for nature lovers, thrill seekers, and anyone drawn to unspoiled landscapes. The country's two main islands boast an extraordinary diversity of scenery, from the lush rainforests and glowworm caves of the North Island to the snow-capped peaks and fjord of the South Island. Its dramatic topography has earned the nickname Middle-earth due to its prominent role in the Lord of the Rings film trilogy. New Zealand's compact size makes it possible to experience all scenery in a short time, all connected by scenic drives and friendly towns. The welcoming locals, known as Kiwis, add to appeal with their warm hospitality. Norway is a land of majestic natural wonders, where towering fjords, cascading waterfall, and the northern lights create a setting of beauty. The country's coastline is dotted with charming fishing villages and dramatic cliffs. While inland, you'll find forests, serene lakes, and the Scandinavian mountains. During the winter, northern Norway becomes a prime location for witnessing the aurora borealis. The cities like Oslo and Bergen blend modern architecture with deep-rooted traditions, offering museums, music, and vibrant culinary scenes that spotlight local seafood and game.
And that's the House News for today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode of House News only on TVR Parlemen.